Pizza Tower is a game with a huge modding community. Some modify the game in a way, some add on to the base game, and some create entirely new universes and movesets. But hidden away in the depths of Game Banana are mods so big they take forever to come out. These are called full game mods, adding new movesets, characters, levels, features, etc. Many are still in development, but let's review some of the select few that have been either released or in a beta phase. We're going to rate them out of 10 slices of pizza, 1 being extremely horrendous, while 10 being an extremely beautiful masterpiece. A bit of a disclaimer here, most of these mods that I will showcase in this video and review will require you to join a Discord server of some sort to verify that you legitimately own a copy of the game. Do not comment under this video asking for help with verification because I am not associated with the mod developers, team, Discord server, etc. Alright, here we go. First up, and probably the most well-known full game mod out there, Pizza Tower Scoutdigo is a mod that was originally built off the eggplant build of the game, but it was recently moved over to the final release of the game. The mod is still early in development, only being in update 1.2 and there will be many more updates to come, but the upcoming 2.0 update aims to overhaul nearly everything in the game. We have the usual characters you would see in a mod here, Peppino, the Noise, Pogo Noise, Gustavo and Brick, and the Vigilante. But some oddballs like Pizzelle, the protagonist from Sugary Spire, and Bone Noise from Super Bone Noise making a small cameo as well. There's also custom palettes made specifically for the mod if you want to change your clothing or whatever, and even a custom palette maker where you can import or export different palettes. The main features of Scoutdigo include Death Mode, a newly added game mode alongside the original game where a slowed down, slightly modified pizza face will chase you down. You initially start off with 10 seconds, but you collect stopwatches scattered across the map to increase this timer. But when it hits 0, you can either outrun Pizza Face or succumb to your demise. Some levels can be a breeze, but some can take up to hours of playing. Heat Meter makes a triumphant return. The more enemies you defeat, the more you increase the heat bar, the more points you get from collectibles and killing enemies. But in return, the enemies gain special abilities and take more hits to kill. Another main feature of Scoutdigo is the arena mode, replacing the bosses for God knows why, where you defeat enemies under a certain time limit. You do have limited health and can buy more from the shops scattered across the map. The enemies do get heat metered the more you progress, and after 5 waves you can leave to save your high score, or continue on and risk the chance of losing your progress. Special attacks are unique abilities that can be activated by A and changed in the mod menu. The breakdance returns from the Beach of Forest build, and can be cancelled for instant speed. Kung Fu is a great choice in the arena and allows your character to perform black belt worthy moves. And the chainsaw is a great balance of both attack and utility, and is packed with a gun that can be shot by pressing both up and A. You can collect more fuel and bullets from enemies and oddly enough collectibles. Your grab can also be changed, from the default grab to a swift shoulder bash and an extremely powerful pummel that allows you to float in the air for a brief moment. Perks are also here, but let's just keep it short and say that these perks, they're pretty good, okay? They super buff Peppino to oblivion. 2 new levels were added. Meat Lover's Mansion, found on floor 5, is a recreation and reimagining of the old mansion level that was never added to the final game. The main gimmicks are these spider webs where you can stick onto and gain some height while maintaining your speed, and the fake Peppino limbs that flick you, squish you, or damage you. Champion's Road, unlocked by P-ranking the Crumbling Tower of Pizza, is a tough-as-nails gauntlet consisting of every gimmick from each level of the game. Some levels also received a couple updates, such as Oregano Desert, now renamed to Oregano Mirage, has a small cave section directly after the escape. Second is Waste Yard, where the level has been changed to be a bit more open, and Fun Farm, which has been completely overhauled. Boy controls differently, as he can be thrown and turns into a flamethrower at the end of the level. Floors 3, 4, and 5 had their themes, layout, and names changed. Scoutdigo also includes a secret key hunt, accessed by breaking through the Don't Make a Sound wall and talking to this weird rotten pizza thing where you go on a scavenger hunt for. Overall, Scoutdigo does have a lot to offer and can get you busy for a while, as everything is unlocked from the get-go with plenty of secret rooms to discover. You can mess around in the arena, or attempt to complete every single level in death mode. However, the upcoming 2.0 update does seem to add a lot to the game, and the hype is definitely real. Scoutdigo is a pretty good mod that can keep your hands busy for a while if you're either bored of Vanilla Pizza Tower or want to see some features from previous builds that weren't added in the final game. 7 out of 10 pizzas. Well, time to extinguish this fire and properly review it. A bit of a backstory. Pizza Tower Cheesed Up is probably considered one of, if not the most, controversial Pizza Tower mods in history. I won't go too in depth, otherwise this whole video will burst into a fight ball, but let's just say there's a lot of pinpointing and expose. Whatever, this is a mod review, not drama alert. Opening up the game checks if you're in the Discord server. If you pass, brace for a jump scare, yes this actually scared me, Get a disclaimer for me and me only, and prepare to watch an Oscar-worthy introduction video to Cheesed Up.
So you just got the Cheesed Up build, but you don't know how to do some stuff.
Excellent.
Come with me, and I will show you the way of it.
All in all, the mod isn't bad. Like, it's pretty good. The mod is split into two modes: Sandbox mode, which uses your original Pizza Tower save files, and Story mode, which uses completely fresh save files exclusive to Cheesed Up. First up, they actually ported over the noise update, and it's the first mod to do so in this entire video as of writing this script. Rejoice! You can even switch over to Pogo Noise by taunting in the character select menu if you want to ruin your day. Other characters include the Vigilante, who has been given a noise update treatment as he gets his own moveset, gimmicks, level interactions, sprites, and imposter boss fight in the form of the Green. And then there's Gustavo and Brick, who have been tweaked a bit in terms of speed alongside getting new sprites, and Snick if you turn on experimental mode in the options menu. Plenty of custom palettes were added in the sandbox mode, even allow you to mix palettes when hovering over a pattern and holding shift. At the scrap basement, you can select hats to wear or companions that follow you around like toppets. Well, you may be asking, what is the scrap basement? It's a new floor which houses work in progress and old, practically unplayable levels. Going to the left side of the room has create your own pizza compatibility, where you can play as any of the Cheesed Up characters, in any one of your custom levels. What a great deal. If only there were exclusive modifiers that spice up the game. Oh wait, there is. Whoops. Taunting while entering a level allows you to either activate modifiers or play replays, which apparently don't work, so we'll talk about modifiers. There's some really cool ones, for example this Cosmic Clone modifier which spawns in a deadly clone of yourself that mimics your every move. The Green Demon modifier where it spawns a 1-up mushroom that acts similarly to Pizza Face but has a smaller hitbox, and even some basic ones like Lights Out, which lowers your vision, or Double Trouble, which spawns in 2 of every enemy. Knock knock, who's there? A plethora of customizable options, that's who. In the modded menu, there are tons of quality of life changes or gameplay additions. Things like customizable lapping, movesets, even small things like HUD changes, smooth camera, a buffed uppercut, and even the sound effects of your macro, which is pretty obscure. You can even change the playstyle of your character to match the playstyle of the April 2021 build. Special attacks and grab moves are here, but the chainsaw has been moved to a brand new category: Grab Specials, requiring you to press the button twice to perform. In conclusion, Pizza Tower Cheesed Up is a pretty damn good mod, at least in my opinion. Sure, some people might not like it due to the controversy or to defend their own favorite, but at the end of the day, it's the gameplay that matters, not the drama. 8 out of 10 pizzas. Well done! I'll tell you a little secret. I actually only knew of 2 open for the public full game mods, Scoutdigo and Cheesed Up, before writing this script. Every other full game mod you will see on YouTube will only allow certain playtesters to play the mod, or straight up not allow anyone except the developers to play and advertise the mod to the public. Desperate, I quickly googled some full game mods to download online, and lo and behold, I stumbled upon Pizza Tower Stuffed Crust. Unfortunately, the mod seems to be cancelled according to the comments of the archive, so that sucks I guess. We have the usual suspects here: Peppino, Noise, Vigilante, and Snick. I honestly consider there to be 2 characters, as the Vigilante and Snick were unable to complete certain rooms that usually involved a transformation, or were glitchy in general. Peppino and the Noise had their movesets expanded on, the most broken one being this ground slam allowing for rapid speed down slopes. The Noise can even open up his cape and fly around, double jump off a wall, at the cost of a weaker uppercut and slower acceleration compared to Peppino. A couple levels were changed, adding on things like different paths for Peppino and Noise, both leading to Pillar John, or different escape routes and level design. Around the tower, there are a couple changes, such as these doors found around every floor, where you can change your moveset or activate Pogo mode as the Noise, and even activate stuff such as Heat Meter or Hard mode. I do have to say that the sprite work for this mod is amazing. Some highlights being the different John block variations, custom Noise cheese blocks, the uses for old sprites and new movesets, HUD, the list goes on. However, in terms of gameplay, there really wasn't much on the table to discuss. The only levels that were changed were Ancient Cheese, Plus Dungeon, Oregano Desert, and the Pig City, based off of my playthrough. There are a couple options to change a couple things in the pause menu, but they're all visual changes, so they don't affect gameplay at all. No custom lapping, which is kind of disappointing. And the version that I own has a glitch where scoring in golf immediately crashes your game, rendering 2 out of the 20 levels unplayable, and no tricky treat or secrets of the world, as this build was made before October 2023. Now I do have to cut it some slack since this was a cancelled mod and no work will ever be made on this mod again, but I do have to say, for something that was made around mid-2023, this is still very impressive. The expanded moveset is fantastic. 4 characters is already a lot, especially for a completed noise moveset for 2023, and even some replayability with the additions of hard mode and heat meter. The music is fantastic, despite there only being one new track, that being Noises Slot 2. Looking online, there are plenty of videos of different levels being worked on, characters being added, new music being written, etc. Kind of sucks that this mod had to be cancelled. I'll give it 6 out of 10 pizzas, but if this mod was still work in progress, that number would have definitely been higher. So, in the end, that's most of the full game mods that I could find and get a playtest of. Now I know there's a lot more full game mods out there. Chef's Kiss, the full course, round 2, Frenzy Worlds, whatever. But I, alongside the rest of the community, aren't allowed to play them. But expect a part 2 when public demos of each of these mods are out. That's it for this video. I've been writing this script for a very long time and probably will spend a lot more time editing, so subscribe please. It helps out me. So yeah, cool. Alright, that's all for today. Goodbye.